Well, that brings us to 7:48 at KNEB, 16 degrees at our studios. It's time for News Extra, presented by Caring Civic Center. Here's Kevin Moon.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Judy Chalupka is here, and that means we're talking Theater West. And if you're thinking Christmas still and need a present, you might start thinking about maybe you could give Theater West Summer Repertory season tickets. And that's why we have Judy here to tell us what's going on for this summer. And you have 3 great plays, and so let's tell people what you're going to do.
Well, the first play is Harvey, which is a family comedy written in the mid-1940s. It's about an imaginary 6.5-foot rabbit, and it was made into a movie played where Jimmy Stewart played the person with the pet rabbit friend.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a very funny play, very period, but also very current.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's just a really fun way to start out the play the summer, because it's funny and it's got period clothes from the 40s, and I think it'll be a really good place to start. Then we go into a current play that's basically been on Broadway, has toured quite a lot, called Monty Python's Spamalot, and it is based on, it says, ripped from the pages of the Holy Grail movie. Which I think is interesting.
I love the Holy Grail movie.
But it also has a lot of other Monty Python productions ingrained into it, and so it's a very funny show about the knights and on the Crusades and all of the funny things that didn't happen. And the last show we're going to do is Beauty and the Beast, and it's just a great show. It's a Disney show. We have found a really fun place to find our I guess you would call them proppy costumes, Mrs. Potts and the candle, and that's slightly different than what Disney has used in their production, and we're really pleased about that, and it will involve a lot of young children from the community, and it's just a great family production.
So we were talking outside on how you decide what you're going to have each year and how you pick the plays, and kind of describe the process.
When you pick a season, it's a lot different than if you're just doing a musical, for instance, for the high school, or you're in charge of one play for in the college for a year, because you really are depending upon using the materials for all 3 productions. You're also knowing that we have a 10-day turnaround between our productions, and some of the things that we have to build would make it really difficult if we had a absolutely tremendous set for each one of the plays. So we tried to pick one that's maybe costume heavy and one that's set heavy, and knowing that we can use a lot of the pieces from that set too with the other shows. And also, same thing with casting. When I'm bringing a company in, I like to bring people in that can be a part of at least 2 productions if they are available to be here, and so you kind of think about who might be able to play certain roles, and look for some things that would be similar for the characters.
All right. Judy Chalupka here with Theater West, and we'll have more right after this.
The Caring Civic Center makes this the place.
Maybe we'll talk about where you're going to get yours. Just going to kind of go to these other auditions, and then briefly about February 2nd, and then where people can get tickets from.
Right, we had to have new outlets this year because of Eric's bad.
Oh, Eric's not going to be here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes it a little more difficult.
He loved it, and we liked it.
Yeah.
It was good for us.
All right, back on News Extra. Judy Chalupka here with Theater West, and she's told us that the 3 plays for this summer are Harvey, Spamalot, and Beauty and the Beast. And she's going to be going out here early next year, to maybe try to get some cast members. You're going to go to some different places, huh?
Normally I do go to the area colleges, and I have done it for a long time. Quite a few years ago, I went to the Southeast Theater Conference and did auditions for a few years. But then I've been finding such great homegrown talent in this area. The director that was here to do Rent from Wyoming is in charge of the Kennedy Center Festival auditions in Sacramento, and he's convinced me that it would be a good idea. One of the things is I'm always looking for are the technical people that can help us, the set designers, master carpenters, and things like that. And sometimes when you go to auditions at colleges, you're just going to get kids that want to be actors.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to have those other people.
I have to have those other people.
Yeah, really. All right, and then February 2nd, you have your big fundraiser. Let's discuss that a little bit, and then we'll tell people where you can get tickets for that and the place.
Well, my board members are already working on their chocolate recipes so that we can have a fabulous chocolate dessert after the musical that we have, where we sing basically Broadway show tunes with a lot of people. I have kids coming back that were here last summer that will take part in it. We'll hope for a nice weather that weekend, but I have 3 of the kids that were in the summer productions last summer coming, and J.J. Longoria is coming back from Omaha, who wasn't there last summer but the summer before, and he's really excited about that. We start rehearsals. We rehearse twice a week for the month of January, and with individual people, and get it all ready, and it'll be up and running so that we can have a February 2nd fundraiser.
All right. And then if people do want to get season tickets or tickets to the fundraiser, how do they do it? You've kind of had to change a little bit with Eric leaving here on Saturday.
Eric Bath is leaving us, and so we were very lucky. Monica Chandler agreed to sell tickets for us, and season tickets at Compliments downtown across from the Midwest Theater. And we didn't do Midwest Theater because of the steps, because sometimes that is a little bit difficult for some of the people. But we also are having tickets at the West Nebraska Arts Center, and Theater West board members have it, and you can also purchase them online.
Okay, online, and what's the...
www.nebraskarts, NEBRASKARTS.com.
Okay. All right, very good. So those are the places you can get tickets. Not a bad idea if you're looking for that last-second Christmas gift.
Might need something for your hairdresser.
Yeah.
For your friend that always watches your dog for you.
That's right.
And it's always a good way to introduce them to what Theater West has to offer in our
Good
community.
stocking stuffer for the wife, spouse, whatever. Yep, good idea.
Would be great.
Yeah. All right, very good. All right, thanks, Judy. Appreciate it.
You bet. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too.